Good afternoon, my fellow monkey brothers and sisters, and welcome back to another episode of the Crow's Nest Podcast, where the mind fraps of the freedom of speech and questions change faster than my mind can comprehend, but we'll see how that catches up to me in the future. Today we are joined by Nova GTag.
Hello everybody, I am Nova GTag as he just stated, and I'm on this podcast.
The straightforward crow man's my thing, buddy. Anyway,
okay.
So Nova... my apologies, everybody. So, what are your goals as a YouTuber? We know you recently hit 200 subscribers. How does that make you feel?
That makes me feel really happy, and I love which one of my subscribers, male or female. Also, I hope I'm on my road to 1K, and hopefully I will soon hit 300.
Well, hopefully that you being on this podcast will help you reach that milestone.
Yay!
So, what are your favorite parts about YouTube?
Well, basically, all the fans are like my favorite part and the motivation that keeps me going. But my other parts are just like, it's basically about the fans too. It's like communicating with the fans, like it feels crazy that like when I get big I'll actually be able to like get swarmed in real life, like it'll be crazy. That's like basically, yeah, that's what I feel like being a YouTuber is all about.
Well, outside of the in-person stuff, YouTube's mainly online, so what do you think about the overwhelming amount of comments that you'll get? Do you think that'll be better?
Well, some people hate just to hate, but I don't care about the haters. They're just haters because they just don't have anything else to do in life. But all my fans, I love them.
Most YouTubers that get big know about this struggle.
Yep. And that's basically all that I have to say about YouTube.
Alright. What is your opinion on the Gorilla Tag community, including your own?
Well, since they added KID, there was a lot of like people that are being toxic now, but that kind of fixed a lot of things because like if you're being toxic then like you get muted, but people don't have like their nice opinions on KID. There's some people that don't like it, but I honestly think that it steals your information, which isn't true. People say that just to get people scared of KID.
Most people,
but I think it's like really good for the community.
Yeah, people say like they'll steal your home address, your IP address, but if they didn't know, every YouTube site does the exact same thing. It traces your IP to know exactly where you are for centered ads and such and such.
Yeah. Also, I have a big inspiration, Skylar VR. He got me into YouTube. I really liked watching him. So if you're seeing this, Skylar VR, I love you.
Shout out to Skylar VR.
Yes. Everybody go subscribe to him. Subscribe to him.
So who exactly is this Skylar VR, and how popular is he to get you the inspiration to make Gorilla Tag content like you do?
Well, I knew him since he had 1K, and since he started singing, I wanted to start singing too. So I started singing a little bit, I started practicing, and eventually I got kind of good at singing, and he currently sits at 14 or 13K, and he still does a lot of singing content, which I think is really cool.
That's cool.
And I take inspiration from that.
Alright, so we're going to go on to the more lighthearted and humorous part of the podcast. The way we met. We've randomly stumbled across each other in a public lobby, and you told me, dressed as Elliot, you were going to tell me to rate your singing. So who won the competition between me and you? Who sang?
I don't even know. Probably you, because you're really good at singing.
Yeah! This dude has some very good talent with singing, I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't be surprised if he was the real Elliot.
Yeah,
but Elliot is currently not in our studio.
Yeah. Elliot, come to our studio.
Elliot, we want you on the podcast soon. Hit me up, buddy.
Oh, you got me killed.
So, what is the inspiration behind your Gorilla Tag channel? Outside of Skylar VR.
Well, as I said, I at the ripe age of 8, I started watching J-Man Curly, as he wasn't introduced to Gorilla Tag yet. But as soon as he got Gorilla Tag, I begged my mom for a VR headset because I really wanted it, because I thought it looked really cool.
Yeah, and how did that turn out?
It got really cut because the community wasn't as toxic as it is now.
Yes,
and it was like a really nice community.
I wholeheartedly agree with that statement.
Also, I started watching Elliot at the time. After I started playing Gorilla Tag for a little, I started watching Elliot, and the first video I ever saw of him is him trolling as a kid in a public lobby, which I thought was pretty cool, and I started getting into my kid voice. And now I can do this, and I'm not a minor. I'm kidding, I am a minor, but I am a child.
Most of the Gorilla Tag community is minors. I don't think you have anything to worry about. Okay, everybody, we're gonna be right back after this quick commercial break.
Do you hate trees? 'Cause we hate trees too. Call our services now and we'll personally send handyman to hack down your trees.
1-600-318-4020. Go fire!
The trees.
And we are back after our commercial break. Welcome back to the Crow's Nest Podcast. Now let's continue our questions. Are there any other fandoms that you're in besides Gorilla Tag?
I do like the FNAF fandom. I also like the game Repo. It's pretty cool.
So you're in the FNAF fandom. Do you know of a game called Five Nights at Monkey's?
Five Nights at Monkey's, so I've ever heard of it.
It's on Quest. I've played it on my channel before, but you might not know because you probably haven't seen my channel. But it's free on Quest. It's still in development, but it's still a very good game.
If you guys want to make that a video, subscribe.
I already made a video on mine, so we're talking about this guy. So what other questions? Why exactly is your color code after your phone number?
Well, I wanted to make a memorable color code. So a lot of times on my channel, I used to change my color code a lot because I either forgot it or I didn't like the color code. Usually because I forgot my color code. So I wanted to make a color code that was memorable, but that I wanted it to be cool but memorable. So I tested out another color codes, and I thought of, the first 3 digits of my phone number. I'm gonna put that as my color code, and it landed on blue, which is my second favorite color. And I liked this cool icy blue, and I kept it because it went good with my thing. I used to wear the wings, but I don't wear those anymore. They look good with my banana.
So, what would you say, how would you rate the Gorilla Tag as a fan base on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would rate it about a 7.5 because the toxic players usually mess up most of the game. And the cheaters.
What exactly is your opinion on toxic players? Like, what exactly annoys you about them existing?
Well, it's just there could be a really cute little kid in the lobby, and then there's a toxic player that comes in and just ruins everybody's day and starts talking trash, which is really I feel really bad for people that are getting bullied. Yeah, and that's basically what I don't like about the toxic people.
And what would you say is the biggest reason as to why there's so much toxicity? Do you think it's because of the overwhelming amount of hacking in this game, or just because of the fan base of the people?
Well, the hacking has something to do with it because people are like, oh, you're hacking, and the hacker's like, no, I'm not, and then they start being toxic towards each other, basically. So that starts most of it, but if there's a really good player and they tag you, you probably will start being toxic, usually. A lot of people get, aggravated from that, and when you're mad, you just be toxic, and yeah.
Alright, so now I'm going to give you more of a deep philosophical question. And to the viewers at home, this doesn't really apply to you, but you can still go along if you'd like. So all the moments in your history has led you to this moment. What do you think of that?
I think it's really cool that I'm getting to speak with a guy with a lot of subscribers more than...
Well, I'm more than just a guy with subscribers. I'm a cool guy with a lot of subscribers. I'm just kidding. I'm just a dude. Just like J-Man Curly. He's not more of a person because he has more subscribers, because he's just a person. As am I. And so are you. And I wanted you to be here, and that's why you're here. All the moments led up to this. You're sitting right in that chair.
Also, I've been wanting to be on a podcast for a really long time, and I'm really happy to be here.
So about your friend, do you think that if he was online or she was online, you think they would want to be part of this with you?
Yeah, I think they would probably want to be part of this. One of my friends doesn't really like Gorilla Tag anymore since the KID update. But yeah, they would probably really like being on the podcast with us.
Do you think that if they were on the podcast, they would take more of the credit than you do? Because, this is kind of your episode. But if she was here, do you think she would try to take more credit of that? Because, she has more subscribers than you, but it's still your episode. Would you think that?
Maybe they would. They're not that bad as a person, because they don't want to try to take all the credit, but they might interrupt me a few times, but that's okay because I don't really mind.
We already know from past episodes that's an inevitability, as you know from the last 2 episodes with Gumblecore. So yeah, that's pretty much all the questions I have for you, and that will end off this episode of the Crow's Nest Podcast. So keep your wings a-flapping, but don't leave the nest too yet, because we're gonna be back to you with another episode very soon. And this is Math Boy signing off.